It's Chris again. I haven't been DC in a few weeks, I guess. This is pretty much turned into my grief journal, I guess. This is me still coping a month and a half later with everything that's been going on. Yeah, my voice is a little messed up. Sorry. I've I've been I've been crying again. it it comes and goes in waves and times when you don't expect it. I don't just randomly thought about my dad and the book he used to read me, the Dr. Mouse book. And in the book, the mouse would get paid with cheese. So the mouse would always say, "Cheese, please," because that was his payment. And my dad would always go, "Cheese, please." And he'd get in my face, and he'd do it every time. I remember how much it made me smile and made me laugh. Because, yeah. And I thought about that. And I know people that don't know my dad might think he's the bad guy with what all happened. But my dad was a victim too. And he was a victim of our landlord. Well, I'd say landlord, but the woman we were buying the house from, she lied. She said that we were on a 30-year mortgage or whatever. She told my dad it was 30 years because my dad told me that's what we were on. She told my dad she didn't want to carry the mortgage anymore, that my dad would have to find a bank to carry the mortgage. And my dad couldn't because he was disabled. So he wasn't going to find a bank that was going to give him a mortgage, right? And so he was freaking out about that. But by all my math, the house was paid completely. In fact, it was overpaid by all my math. Everything I've done, all my calculations, I'm trying to get a hold of an attorney because this should never have happened. It never needed to happen. And I'm documenting this because it never needed to happen. This should never have happened. I shouldn't have lost my family. They shouldn't have died. And I feel like a terrible person. I really do, because I miss my brother and I miss my dad, but I don't miss my mom. And I guess that's because I found some books of hers, journals and stuff, and I hadn't found good word one about me in them so far. And I stopped looking through them because they're pretty crazy. They're full of numerology and some creepy stuff in there. Some stuff that's not from a healthy mind, and that's coming from somebody who had a very unhealthy mind. And just makes me feel like a terrible person. But when I think back about my life, I don't remember her being good to me most of the time. Most of the time, I remember her yelling at me, telling me I was worthless, wasn't going to be anything, calling me stupid. I don't think back on her and remember a lot of good, and a lot of people do. They tell me how cool my mom was and everything, but that's the persona she put on. It's what everyone else saw. It's not what I saw. My dad was always good to me, though. He was always good to me. Ben could be an asshole. He really could. He could throw a tantrum with the best of them, but I remember how many times I would sit down with him, tell him how smart he was, how brilliant he was, because he was so freaking smart. And I remember him crying. He would cry after I'd talk with him. And I'd ask him, "Why are you crying, Boo?" He'd tell me. Say, "It's the most beautiful thing I ever heard." Or he'd tell me, "Because I love you." never have that moment again with him. It's times like these, all the stuff I'm going through, when I realize I need my dad. He's just not there. And it's hard. It's really hard to go through when you've lost that person in your life. The one that gave you the advice, the one that helped you through your hard times. I feel lost. I feel directionally challenged. I guess I really am. My name's really fitting. Yeah. But that's all I got for now. I'll probably catch in with you guys next week. See you later, Navigators.